Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is YC Rhino, and today I'm going to do an ASMR magazine flip video. This video was requested by a few of my subscribers, and so I thought today would be a perfect day to do this. It's a cold winter day here where I am. I live in the South, but surprisingly it snowed last night. We've got about 2 to 3 inches of snow on the ground, and that's pretty irregular for the place that I live. So been pretty much indoors all day, just staying warm and staying safe. So I thought, what better way to pass the time than to flip through this new magazine that I just received. It is the Southern Living Best of the South. So I was drawn to this magazine because obviously the cover is gorgeous, but I was also curious to see how many of the places featured in this magazine have I been to personally, because I do live in the South and I have been to many of these national parks. I absolutely love the park system here in the state that I live in. There are lots of trails and hiking, and the views obviously in the fall are absolutely gorgeous when the leaves are changing colors. So let's go ahead and get started and take a look and see what's in this magazine, and hopefully you guys will have visited some of these places as well, and you can tell me about them. Oh, this looks like almost like the South Carolina or the Florida Everglades. So it's the Asheville River Basin. Does anybody know where that is? This is beautiful. Look at this like swampy area. I apologize, there's a truck going by, but we keep it real on this channel, so I will keep background noises in. I'm sorry if that bothers you. Beautiful. So this is Buffalo National River. So this is the Ozark Mountains. Compton's Double Falls in Upper Buffalo Wilderness area. Isn't this gorgeous? This is beautiful. Look at these waterfalls, and they just kind of flow down into this natural river basin. It's beautiful. Here is the Red River Gorge geological area. This is in Kentucky. This kind of reminds me of some of the red rock formations that you see out west in Arizona and maybe New Mexico, but it is in Kentucky. And here they mention the Pisca National Forest. This is in the state that I live in. I live in North Carolina, and I've been to the Pisca National Forest many times. This is the Joseph H. Williams Tallgrass Prairie Preserve. Oh, this looks like Oklahoma. Yep, sure is. I could tell before I even read the caption down here that this was Oklahoma. I've actually been to Oklahoma twice. My adult son was stationed at Fort Sill Army Base in Oklahoma, so we went out there twice to see him, and it was one time it was the winter, one time it was the summer, but I remember the thing that struck me the most was how flat everything was and how you could just see for miles and miles. And it was super windy too. I do remember that. I've never been to Kansas before, so I've not been to Wichita. So let's see what they've got here. I've been to Texas, but only once, and I didn't go to any of the state parks, so I've not been to any of these parks that they mention here. Let's see, this is Gulf Island National Seashore. I don't know where this is. Where's Gulf Island? Let's see here. It doesn't say. Oh, it's in Florida. It's in Florida. That's beautiful. This actually looks like the Outer Banks of North Carolina as well. But I'm sure when you get to some of these where it's a wilderness preserve, they probably all look very similar. And this is more of the shores. So these are all the seashores that they're talking out. Oh, look at this. This is cute. Look at this little cottage here underneath this giant tree with the Spanish moss just draping down. That looks so serene. Can you imagine just staying a weekend in this little cabin? No phone, no internet, just being at one with nature. That must be awesome. This is beautiful, guys. Look at this. Look at this pink and purple sky. It looks like cotton candy. And this is Calico Rock in Ozark National Forest. That's amazing. I've never been to the Ozarks before. Let's see, a few more wildlife areas. So they do mention Lake Norman in North Carolina. I have been to Lake Norman. That's near Charlotte. It's a beautiful, beautiful lake. Let's see what else they've got. They've got Alabama, another Oklahoma and Arkansas, Virginia. Oh yeah, beautiful. US 64 in North Carolina. I wish they could be more specific than that because US 64 is a huge, it's about 600 miles long, so that could be anywhere. But I guess they're referring to the areas that are more localized in the mountain area, mountain counties. Georgia Highlands. Look at this. Look at this little cottage on a lake. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. The soul of 30A. Find your dream Florida beach town. Find your dream Florida beach town cruising along this story scenic highway. It's gorgeous. Isn't it beautiful? Look how green that water is. This almost looks like the water it's got to be on the Gulf side of Florida, maybe like Panama City or Destin or somewhere like that. So it says this is the view from the Pearl Hotel in Rosemary Beach, Florida. I don't know where that is. Anybody know where that is? Is that on the Gulf Coast? Yeah, it does say Gulf Coast right here. Yeah, in Panama City Beach, the water was like that. I had never seen water that clear in the continental United States. The only time I had ever seen water like that was when we were in the Caribbean. And these people are paddle boarding along this little waterway with these cute little bungalows. This looks like, is this Key West maybe? No, this is Grayton Beach. Oh, that's cute. Look at that. Super cute. The seaside. These are all places in Florida. The Emerald Coast. Yeah, look at that water. Isn't that beautiful? Out at the horizon, it's this beautiful navy blue, and then as you get closer, it turns into this beautiful teal, and then this gorgeous emerald green, and then this light seafoam green. That's amazing. I would love to be there. Al's Beach. Okay. Or is it pronounced Alice Beach? Does anyone know? Oh, this pool. That's a dream. And here are all the little places here. Wow, look at this. This almost looks like this Rosemary Beach. This little, I'm not sure if this is a hotel or what this is, but it kind of reminds you of something that you would see in Europe, maybe in maybe Sweden or Scandinavia. Doesn't that kind of give you a very European vibe there? Super, super cute. West Virginia stole my heart. I've not vacationed in West Virginia. I've been through West Virginia a few times, and driving through the mountains is really beautiful. But I've never like had an opportunity to stay in West Virginia for any reason. Oh, look at these people along this bridge trellis. Are they bungee jumping? Oh, no. It says take a catwalk tour. Okay, so I guess they allow you to walk underneath this trellis of this bridge. I wonder if it's this bridge right here that they're walking under. That's crazy. I would die. I'm super afraid of heights. I could never do that. Beautiful. Sip coffee by stained glass windows at the Cathedral Cafe. Look at these stained glass windows, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, and it's like a bookstore. I could sit there all day and just listen to all of the natural ASMR sounds. I love going to bookstores and libraries and just listening to other people thumb through books. It's so relaxing. Oh, that looks cool. Sit out on a deck, sunset, have a basket of fries and drink a beer. That would be cool. It's making me miss summer, although I am really enjoying winter this year. I mean, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we got some snow yesterday, and we don't normally get snow. It may snow here every couple years. So I'm trying to enjoy it, and while we have it, because when the summer comes, it'll be plenty long. Okay, so now we've moved on to Charleston, South Carolina. Gullah Magic. So Gullah Island is an island off the coast of South Carolina. That food looks good. That looks like jambalaya she's eating there. I got the chefs dedicated to preserving the Gullah Geechee culture and food. Gumbo. Yeah, Louisiana's not the only place that has good gumbo, although they are known for it. Best places to retire. Historic architect, pristine landscape, cultural riches make these southern college towns ideal for your next chapter. Okay, this is close to home. This is actually an aerial view of Chapel Hill, North Carolina. It is the home of UNC. If you're into NCAA basketball, you've heard of the Carolina, they just refer to them as Carolina, but UNC is actually the college, it's the public college system in North Carolina, and there are a lot of UNC universities, but UNC Chapel Hill is probably amongst the most famous and most popular because of our prominence in college basketball and, of course, our medical school. So, go Hills. And by the way, so it says here, best places to retire. I happen to know, I looked this up a couple months ago. I was just curious. Chapel Hill actually has, I believe, the highest, if not close to the highest cost of living in North Carolina. So I don't know if you want to retire here if you in Chapel Hill if you don't have a lot of money. Real estate's very expensive in Chapel Hill. Okay, so here we go. So this here is the well that's on the UNC campus. Very famous well. It's in almost all of the literature that you would see about UNC. You will see this as their moniker. look at this. Look at this paddleboard. Oh, this is in San Marcos, Texas. Look how clear this water is. You can see all the way to the bottom of this. What is this? So this is the San Marcos River. The Source Spring Lake is on the campus of the Texas State University, where the Meadow Centers for Water and the Environment offers glass-bottom boat tours. That would be amazing to go on a glass-bottom boat tour of this little river area. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Fayetteville, Arkansas. Never been there before. These houses, these row houses, kind of remind me of what you see in Charleston, though. Tallahassee, Florida. Look at these beautiful trees. Look at this road here. I don't know if you can see. So you've got this tree-lined road, and probably leads to a huge, plantation-style home. It kind of reminds me of Forrest Gump. Something you see in Alabama. The French Broad, the beauty of the French Broad. Follow an ancient river through North Carolina and the Appalachians to explore one of the South's most stunning landscapes. That is beautiful. This is the Looking Glass Falls in Brevard County. Oh, that's beautiful. Or actually it says near Brevard. The French Broad is believed to be the third oldest river in the world. Wow, I wonder how they established that. People are canoeing down the river. Looks gorgeous, looks beautiful, looks peaceful. All you can hear is the sound of the water rippling, and hopefully their paddles are going into the water really smoothly, so you just hear the swish, swish of the water. Alright, I could identify the structure without even looking. This is the historic and famed Biltmore Estate. If you've ever been to the Biltmore Estate, you can attest to how gorgeous the grounds are. The house is a lot. It's been years and years since we went, but we went one year during the holidays, and they decorated for Christmas, and it was just beautiful. So big. Lots to do. Asheville, North Carolina is a really popular travel destination. It's kind of a small artist type town, but it's close to the mountains. It's not very far from the capital of North Carolina either, so it makes a great weekend getaway. And here we have the waterfalls around Transylvania County. It wasn't last year, it was in 2020. My kids and I, we rented a cabin up in Banner Elk, North Carolina, and we did hiking, and we went to a bunch of different falls. This actually looks like the falls at it's called the Graveyard Fields, is what this looks like. I'd like to Google this and see where this is, but this looks like Graveyard Fields, the waterfall, and you can actually hike through the woods, and you can come down and you can sit on the rocks, and it's really, really peaceful. But in the summertime, it gets super, super crowded because the water is so cold, and once you hike there, you want to stop and put your feet in, and I've seen people kind of play on these rocks. I wouldn't recommend it. It would be dangerous, but I have seen people in the water here before. Fall for West Texas. Look at this. Look at this. It's like a giant canyon. This kind of reminds me of something you'd see like in Arizona or Nevada, like the Grand Canyon. This is Santa Elena Canyon. Wow. That's beautiful too. Little hiking trail here through the woods. Oh, look, you can stay in a teepee. That'd be cool. Paddling the Rio Grande, or Rio Grande, or Grande, depending on where you're from. Oh, this is gorgeous. Look at this, guys. Many travelers never come out here, but those who take the trip once tend to make a habit of it. Look at this. Can you imagine this? You're sitting in this dome with this glass ceiling and you're looking up at the stars and there's no light for miles and miles around, so you get to see all of the constellations and the clouds. That must be amazing. I would like to do that. Terlingua bubble. I might have to go back and read this chapter. I'm about to read this one again. I need to find out where that is. That would be awesome. Okay, it's just chilling. You can stay in a bubble and stay in that incredible and take in that incredible West Texas scenery at Base Camp Terlingua and drink you some bourbon. Yes, this is cool. I've got to research this. This looks like a great place to go. Tacos. I love tacos. Botanical Gardens. So inspiring outdoor spaces at the United States Botanical Garden lure visitors away from the museums and other indoor attractions in Washington, D.C. You know, I've never been to the Botanical Gardens in Washington, D.C. I don't even know where they are. I need to check that out. That would be amazing. I feel like I've said amazing like 1,000 times, but I knew when I looked at this magazine, when I saw this cover, I knew this magazine was going to be filled with images that were going to just take my breath away. So I apologize for the overuse of the word amazing, but I don't think it's hyperbole. I think these are genuinely amazing photographs of amazing places. I have to put this one on my bucket list. I went to DC a few years ago, so I hadn't planned on going back anytime soon, but the thought of going to their botanical garden kind of makes that trip, makes it worth the planning, I think. Oh, look at this. Magnolia Plantation and Gardens in Charleston, South Carolina. Look at that. This little white bridge over this river, or it's probably just like a little stream or a creek because it doesn't look that big. Can you imagine getting married on this bridge or taking photos? Oh, it's gotta be so lovely. And then you've got all these beautiful pink azaleas. This must be a springtime picture. Oh, that is so awesome. Look at this. This is the Atlanta Botanical Gardens. I have been to Atlanta a million times, and I don't know where this is. I want to see this, and unfortunately, I can't really read this print on here very well because I don't have my reading glasses on, but I will come back and look at this because this is so gorgeous. Oh, so pretty. Daniel Stowe Botanical Gardens. This is in Belmont, North Carolina. When I first looked at it, it kind of reminded me of the Duke Gardens at Duke University, but it's not. Where is Belmont? I don't know where Belmont, North Carolina is. I'll have to look at that up. It's so pretty. It looks like an oasis a little bit. Oh, this looks like a puzzle picture. So this is Middleton Place in Charleston, South Carolina. this. These beautiful red flowers along this riverbank. And then you've got this tree with this Spanish moss hanging down. So nice. Georgia's Golden Isle. So this must be like, I think it's called Jekyll Island. Is it Jekyll Island? It's in Georgia? I'm not sure. Yep. Crane Cottage at the Jekyll Isle Club Resort. So pretty. Oh, look, they must have they've got like a turtle center. Little St. Simon's Island. Jekyll Island. Visitors can pedal their way through the Jekyll Island Club Resort. That kind of reminds me of Hilton Head, South Carolina. Oh, look at this tree. It's beautiful. It's upright. I can't believe it. I wonder if the roots are still alive. They must be if the tree's still standing, right? But the tree is completely dead. Is this magic? St. Simon Island. St. Simon Lighthouse Museum. This looks like a hotel that I've seen like on a scary movie before. What is this? The Cloisters. I've seen the Cloisters before. Is this haunted? Is the Cloisters the hotel that's supposedly haunted, or there's a room in there that's haunted? I knew I've seen that before. Yeah, see? You see these kids here sliding down these rocks? This is not the same waterfall that was in the other picture, but I've seen this at a couple different of the waterfall areas in when we go hiking. Yeah, so this is Sliding Rock. It's at the Pisca National Forest. So much fun. I don't know, it looks kind of scary, but if you're small like that, you probably don't sense the danger. You just are excited about the slide. That's pretty too. Look at all these amazing places with just this water. It's just beautiful green. So this is the Wakula Springs in Florida. Peaceful. This picture just says peace, like the water is perfectly flat. And then you've got the low-hanging clouds, so maybe this is early in the morning before people get up and start staring. It's beautiful, calm water. Lake Marion, South Carolina. I've been across Lake Marion. It's huge. It's a huge lake. It goes on and on. Like if you're going from, I think it's near Anderson, South Carolina, maybe, into Georgia. Cummings Fall in Tennessee. I think this is the first Tennessee picture I've seen since I've been looking at this magazine. That's pretty too. I've never seen this before. Where is this? It's in Cooksville. Okay, I've been to Tennessee a lot, but mostly in the Nashville area, so I've never heard of Cummingsville, or Cooksville, excuse me. Oh no, that was it. I didn't realize that was our last picture. Would have savored it more. Well, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for checking out this magazine with me. I thought it was a very nice and relaxing way to spend a Saturday afternoon, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And I hope if you haven't, you will subscribe to my channel. I started out doing ASMR videos, and if I see that you guys are interested and you ask me to, I'll definitely try to put more ASMR videos on my page in the future. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely day.